How do you feel, George?
We're supposed to be at 10?
Yep.
Okay.
Will to do so. It doesn't happen. And that is a real shame. Those are changes that should be and could be made very easily. And I've said this story time and time again. One of the ladies who presented at our committee hearing, her husband passed away over 2 years ago. He had signed his organ donor card. When time came that he passed away, she could not carry out his wishes. To this day, 2 years later, she's having a terrible time getting over the grief of the loss of her husband, because now her head is ruling over her heart. At the time of his death, her heart was ruling over her head. And now she says, because I didn't carry out his wishes, I'm having a terrible time saying goodbye. And that's just a simple example as to how important this is. So, I mean, there's no greater thing you can give to someone. You can be a volunteer for life and of life if you sign your organ donor card. And I truly hope more and more people will make that sacrifice and understand that at least up to 6 organs can make 6 other people see light through your loved one's eyes. And that's something that is a cherished memory that will certainly help those grieving families, I'm sure. And we have many people here in Strathroy, some of us here with us today, that certainly can attest to this. They walk in the shoes. I haven't, but like George, they've walked in the shoes and certainly have more heartfelt and different viewpoints. Once you've walked in the shoes, you have a different disposition as well. So I thank the Mayor for welcoming George to our town, but that's the way our Mayor operates here, so it's a pleasure to be a part of it. Thank you.
Stuff the this will be our final
Experience? Wrong.
miss you.
Yeah, no, you're going to get rid of me today. Yeah. London, you've got some good colleagues there, and I'm sure they'll be as receptive there for you.
Yes, they will.
Just shows you how big my writing is.
Yeah, they did a story
I
on
pop
Rick
up all over.
in 90.
Could be.
At that time we were waiting for a member. That was our first call.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't for a few years, does it? Take care.
June 20th at Toronto.
Yeah. All right.
And we had a ceremonial lighting of the torch there at the City Hall. Not last one, actually, was the first to light it. And afterwards, he massaged my feet.
Okay, I'll drive the vehicle back and I'll take the...
He should have got out more, because I was,
Thank
you know, maybe it will. Maybe it'll pop
No,
up.
it's all right. I came in behind you, actually. I was running a little late. I was trying to get away.
But he was holding his nose.
But anyway, unfortunately, in behind you guys
I
are
went around the Niagara region,
Good idea.
as well in St. Over here, and then I went along Highway 3 through Albert and Norfolk to Lebanon. And I climbed up to Surrey.
Yeah, we'll see you all. Take care.
Now headed east towards Ottawa, and then come back south to the Georgian heartland, and go up north again to Kenora. And that'll be 5.5 months. We're going through 214 communities in Ontario alone. And the idea is to reach each and every community in Ontario. And then we'll head out west to Vancouver. And at Vancouver, we're going to hopefully have a Hercules waiting for us from the Air Force. And that'll take us around the world. And we'll be in probably, you know, for 2 days, we'll probably make some stops and then get dropped off at St. John's, Newfoundland, and then finish the rest of the way back to Toronto. So it kind of has a global effect. I think we're going to have other countries looking at us, at what we're doing here.
This is a 500 and how many days?
27 days, and we have 491 press conferences scheduled, such as, you know, this one. So it's not a day without rest. And I guess I learned how to pick up the momentum for this, and you know the things necessary to accomplish something like this from the Ontario law.
Yeah, last year, how many days was that? A couple hundred?
96.
96.
Yeah, and I did 3,775 communities. I mean kilometers. 3,775 kilometers altogether. This year's is over 12,000. Yeah.
They should have all done that. They should have been.
Is that $25 million goal? Is that what you?
No, it's 25 million steps.
25
We
million
figured
steps.
it out from my stepometer. It's actually more closer to 24 million. You know, give me a million steps. Yeah.
We're going to be standing around here for a while, so it's going to add into the...
Exactly. See, they don't count that.
Yeah.
They don't count how many steps you take in one circle either.
No, right. You go around in circles a lot.
So, how much money have you raised so far?
Now, so far, we've still... It's a big financial challenge for us. We have to try and meet a $300,000 budget to complete this effectively. We focused mostly on putting the logistics and all the events together, and you know we actually took on our fundraising drive 3 weeks before our kickoff, and it's we just right now that's our biggest challenge, is to raise the necessary funds so you know that we can meet all the expenses, and we have a working budget of about $300,000. Now also as we're going through each community, we're passing resolutions, and each resolution is entailing to form a committee so that we can have an annual step-by-step walk, and that committee would all year bring all the different sectors of the community involved, you know, to do that walk, and we're hoping to have 491 resolutions passed. And I think that's is going to be a really effective step in the right direction, to have 491 chapters of step-by-step with programs going on in each community, bringing the much-needed education and awareness. And of course, we're going to be rallying to get this national registry created. I got to share something that's very important. I think this is becoming even more of a moral question of the day, you know, because we have to think about a Canadian's freedoms and rights. And if you know, if me or you or anybody else thought about organ donation and thought, you know what, that's what I want to do. When I pass away, I want to make sure that my organs get donated so that lives can be saved, you know. And to have that not take place is that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. So what we're trying to do is also have Canadians really think about that, and that is sort of our determination to really get the government to act on this national registry, and it would be created under the similar lines of a will, where we would need credible witnesses when you're registering your wish, and you would have to be in the right state of mind and all that. Yeah. And you know, the registry would take a little bit of time for families to get used to, but families should respect the individual's wish. And